Hello everyone, my name is UltimoFive, and today we're going over Mesa Prime's Exalted Weapon, the Lawbreaker's Piece. Regulators Prime is the Prime version of Regulators that comes built in when a player obtains Mesa Prime. The weapon comes with 2 dash and 1 V polarity slot, and because of this, a build on this Exalted Weapon will require 4 Forma, has a max range of 50 meters, making it so the weapon excels in close to medium range combat and deals with high leveled enemies of all factions and small to large crowds. And despite the Regulators Prime being the Prime version of Regulators, there is no distinction between the two weapons, making this build work for both the original and Prime versions. Advantages for the Exalted Weapon would be that it has a high critical chance, a very high critical multiplier, a very high fire rate, pinpoint accuracy, fire rate ramps up per shot fired, technical infinite ammo as long as the player has constant energy flow, and the weapons do not need to reload. Disadvantages, however, for the Exalted Weapon would be that it has a low status chance, a limited range, the user cannot move unless they have Mesa's Waltz equipped, and it requires energy to activate and keep active. The elements for the Regulators Prime against the Corpus will be Radiation. Radiation causes enemies to attack each other while dealing 100% additional damage to the allied for 12 seconds, and this effect can stack up to 10 times up to 550%. The build's flex allows lethal torrent and works great due to just going for damage and focusing on radiation. The reasons why I went into radiation is that it helps a lot against robotic and alloy armored enemies, and due to the high innate impact damage, the weapon ends up doing very well against the Corpus faction overall. The element for the Regulators Prime against the corrupting Grineer will be Viral. Viral amplifies health damage by 100% for 6 seconds and stacks up to 10 times for a total of 325%. The build's flex allows lethal torrent and works pretty well with galvanized shot attached. The increased status chance helps with landing more viral procs against enemies so one can mow down the corrupted Grineer much faster. However, another option is to just run Hornet Strike if one would prefer, but I actually liked using galvanized shot due to the weapon having all 3 physical attributes of damage. The elements for the Regulators Prime against the Infested will be Gas or Viral. Gas deals 50% base damage per second for 6 seconds in a 3 meter radius and stacks up to 10 times to a total of 6 meters. The build's flex allows lethal torrent, and with the gas element works surprisingly well. The increased status chance here mainly helps with just proccing a bunch of deadly gas clouds that mow down even the fossilized Infested without a problem, and again, if one would like to, they can run Hornet Strike if one would prefer. The builds for Mesa Prime focuses upon her 4th ability in the Desperado build, averages on all abilities in the Wanted build, and focuses on her 2nd ability in the Big Boss build. These builds work well into late game and even into the Sealed Path, in which they can assist one in a multitude of situations. If you'd like more information on Mesa Prime, then make sure to check out my other video on the frame, where I go into much more detail on Mesa Prime. Barrel Diffusion, and place a Galvanized Diffusion if one doesn't have access to the mod through Arbitration or doesn't have it. Hornet Strike, and place a Galvanized Shot if one doesn't have access to the mod through Arbitration or doesn't have it. Target Cracker, Pistol Gambit, Heated Charge, and Expel faction mods in place of their Prime counterparts if one doesn't have them. And Magnum Force, in place of the build's Expel mod if one doesn't like using faction mods. If one doesn't use Hornet Strike, then apply it instead. Arcane Velocity, upon critical hit, 90% chance for 120% fire rate to pistols for 9 seconds. Arcane Precision, upon getting a headshot, 100% chance for 300% damage to pistols for 18 seconds. Arcane Avenger, upon getting hit, 21% chance for 45% critical chance for 12 seconds. And Arcane Arachne, upon wall latch, 150% damage for 30 seconds. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more guides in Warframe, please click the like and sub buttons and let me know. And as per usual, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.